Welcome back to Elite Rentals. I'm James Corwell. Today we're looking at top 5 yachts that can cross oceans. If you enjoy practical yacht charter insights, subscribe for more. Link in the description. Let's set the context. An ocean crossing charter is very different from a typical coastal week. You're looking at longer legs, more variable weather, and the need for serious range, redundancy, and crew experience. The 5 yachts I've chosen are real proven charter platforms that are designed or refit for long-range missions. I'll give you the price ranges, key features, and a few insider tips I use when advising clients planning transoceanic itineraries. At number 5, the entry-level ocean crosser, Vivray 2, a Nordhavn 96, about 29.6 metres in length. Weekly charter rates typically start around $60,000 per week, plus expenses, depending on season and location. Nordhavn is known for purpose-built expedition yachts with genuine blue water pedigree. Vivray 2 brings that DNA into a charter-friendly package that's still intimate and efficient compared with the bigger explorers on this list. Why can this yacht cross oceans? Nordhavn hulls are engineered for long range and self-sufficiency at economic speeds. You get full displacement comfort and serious seakeeping, which matters on multi-day passages. Vivray Descent carries robust systems, large tankage for fuel and water, and stabilizers that are effective both underway and at anchor. Inside, the layout balances comfort and practicality, ample refrigeration and storage for extended legs, a protected Portuguese bridge for the crew in rough weather, and a wheelhouse built for real watchkeeping. A detail worth noticing is the scale of crew operations on a 30-metre expedition-style yacht. You still have a fully crewed programme, but the team is tightly integrated. That means quick decision-making and efficient provisioning. For guests, this feels personal and relaxed compared with larger yachts, where operations can be more segmented. Insider tips for Vivray. 2. First, discuss passage planning early. If your goal is to join for a repositioning leg, say a Caribbean to Azores segment, your dates need to align with weather windows. Second, pack soft-sided luggage. On ocean passages, crew sometimes stow hard cases deep to keep traffic areas clear. Third, ask for a heavy weather table setup, non-slip mats, gimbaled cup options if available, and menus tailored for sea days. Small details can make a long passage calmer and more enjoyable. Next on the list, number 4. Big Fish, 45 metres, built by McMullen and Wing. Charter rates commonly range from about $195,000 to $245,000 per week, plus expenses. Big Fish is a modern expedition super yacht with a proven record of long-distance cruising. She has been around the world and is known in the charter market for her rugged build, expansive deck spaces, and thoughtful storage for toys and tenders. What qualifies Big Fish as ocean-capable? The hull is full displacement and engineered for endurance. She carries commercial-grade machinery, large tankage, and stabilisation designed for comfort on longer runs. The aft deck is one of her signatures. It doubles as a versatile working and leisure space. For remote destinations, that deck is a brilliant launch pad for tenders, diving, and fishing, while also giving the crew proper room to manage gear in challenging conditions. From my experience, a key benefit of yachts like Big Fish is crew familiarity with far-flung logistics. When you're thinking of a Galapagos extension or a South Pacific loop, permits, biosecurity, and fuel logistics matter. A team that's done it before can preempt surprises. On board, expect a practical interior, robust materials, good handholds, wide stairs, and a bridge set up for serious routes and watch systems. A small tip here. If you have a cinematic or photography interest, Big Fish's working spaces can be staged for equipment. Talk to the team about vibration isolation and charging setups before you arrive. For anglers, ask about trolling plans and tender configuration for blue water days. On a crossing, a clear deck plan keeps everyone safe and happy. Now moving to one of the standout mid-range options at number 3, Endeavour 2, a 50-metre Rossinavi delivered in 2017. Weekly rates typically start around $255,000 plus expenses. Endeavour 2 is a sleek, efficient, long-range platform, modern, quiet, and designed for extended autonomy compared with typical Mediterranean week charter yachts. Why does Endeavour 2 belong here? The hull and propulsion package are optimised for economy and comfort over distance. You'll find substantial tankage, strong electrical capacity, and generous cold storage to support multi-week routes. Stabilisation, both underway and at anchor, is standard at this level, and on Endeavour 2, it's tuned for guest comfort on longer legs. Her interior is calm and contemporary. Clean lines, large windows, and sensible circulation between guest and crew areas. What sets her apart in practice is the efficiency to comfort ratio. She's large enough to smooth out sea states that would fatigue smaller yachts, yet not so big that port clearances and local operations become difficult. This balance becomes valuable in places like the Red Sea or Indian Ocean, where options can be limited and fuel or technical support may require planning. Insider tips for Endeavour 2: ask for a sample ocean passage menu and mid-watch snack plan. Consistent hydration and simple, protein-led choices help with motion. If you're noise sensitive, request cabins midship and lower for the crossing segments. Discuss comms openly. If you need remote work, the yacht can optimize connectivity and bandwidth allocation, but it's far better to define your priorities before departure. So, the crew sets expectations and schedules heavy data tasks smartly. Quick note before we continue. If you're thinking about planning a charter that includes an ocean passage or simply remote regions, Elite Rentals can help match you with the right expedition yacht and crew. The link is in the description. At number 2 is Legend, approximately 77 metres, originally built by IHC Holland and transformed by Icon Yachts into a luxury expedition vessel. Weekly charter rates typically start around $460,000 plus expenses. Legend is Ice Class, with the heavy-duty systems and redundancy that come with that certification. She's built to operate in challenging environments, think Greenland, Antarctica support zones, and high-latitude summers, while still feeling like a refined super yacht on board. What makes Legend stand out is capability. Ice-class hull, significant fuel reserves, and a vast toy and tender arsenal, plus a heli-deck. Inside you'll find proper expedition amenities, a spa area with sauna and hot tub, a cinema, and multiple lounges where you can ride out weather windows in comfort. The bridge is a professional space with excellent visibility and instrumentation, tailored for remote voyaging. For guests, that translates to confidence on long legs and flexibility when the plan needs to adapt to conditions. From a broker's perspective, Legend's scale enhances safety margins and comfort in marginal seas, heavier displacement, serious stabilizers, and a trained crew accustomed to high-latitude protocols make a tangible difference. Another practical advantage: storage for specialist gear, dry suits, camera housings, cold weather layers, plus crew expertise in handling it. If you want to pair a crossing leg with wildlife or ice navigation, this is the kind of platform that supports the ambition. Charterer tips for Legend: allow extra lead time for permits and helicopter operations if planned. Aviation logistics, safety briefings, and local approvals require coordination well ahead of boarding. Pack layers that wick and dry fast, even if the itinerary includes warm segments. Crossing routes can still throw cold nights and apparent wind. And consider a split charter plan. Embark for the final third of a repositioning passage so you get sea days plus rewarding landings at the destination. Before we go to number 1, a quick reminder: Elite Rentals creates custom, weather-smart itineraries and handles route, permit, and provisioning planning for remote charters. If you'd like our team to advise on the best yacht and season, use the link in the description. At number 1, Ladacha, 77 metres, a Damen Sea Explorer 77, built for true global exploration. Typical weekly rates start around $740,000 plus expenses. Ladacha was conceived for serious endurance, ice capability, 2 helicopters with a hangar, comprehensive expedition gear, and a widely published autonomy of up to 40 days. This is an ultra-luxury platform where the engineering brief and the hotel experience both aim at going farther, comfortably and safely. Why is Ladacha the top pick? Because she marries extreme capability with a holistic guest experience. You get the range, storage, and redundancy you'd expect from an Explorer, plus a spa, gym, expansive lounges, and panoramic observation areas designed for long days at sea. The Heli capability opens up scouting, shore access in remote places, and safety options. Crew on yachts like this are trained to expedition standards, avionics coordination, cold weather ops, and contingency planning are normal, not exceptions. What does that feel like for guests? Quiet, stable passages, a bridge team that communicates clearly, and the flexibility to pivot between sea days and adventure when the conditions are right. Onboard spaces are arranged so everyone can find a comfortable nook, reading chairs with big windows, dedicated media areas, and outdoor decks with wind protection. After a week at sea, that variety matters. Insider tips for Ladacha: talk through helicopter use early. Weather minima, baggage weight, and routing have real impacts on daily plans. Crew can design alternate shore strategies if aviation is grounded. If you're bringing specialist gear, dive rigs, camera stabilizers, cold water suits, share your exact inventory ahead of time so the team pre-positions racks and drying systems. Finally, plan your crossing around seasonal windows. Even with ice capability and endurance, the best experiences happen when you let the weather have the last word and build lay days into the schedule. Let's recap the price ladder across our 5 yachts so you can benchmark your project. Vivray 2, the Nordhavn 96 at about 29.6 metres, typically starts around $60,000 per week plus expenses, ideal for an intimate, capable crossing with a tight-knit crew. Big Fish at 45 metres steps into the $195,000 to $245,000 per week range, adding size, range and space for serious tenders and toys. Endeavour 2 at 50 metres sits around $255,000 per week, bringing modern efficiency and quiet comfort to longer legs. Legend at roughly 77 metres begins near $460,000 per week, a true ice-class expedition platform with luxury amenities, and Ladacha at 77 metres is the pinnacle here, typically from $740,000 per week. Built for the most ambitious routes with helicopters, endurance and top-tier hotel services. A few final planning insights for ocean crossing charters. First, be realistic about sea days. They can be wonderfully restorative if you manage routines, light exercise, simple meals, structured watch of wildlife sightings and dedicated quiet hours. Second, think about cabin selection in relation to motion. If you're sensitive, midship, lower deck cabins are often the calmest. Third, communications. Clarify whether you need steady video calls or only email and messaging. The crew can optimize networks and schedule heavy transfers when the sea is calm or bandwidth is best. Fourth, provisioning and menus. Long-range yachts do this well, but if you have dietary needs, share specifics weeks ahead, especially for remote legs where resupply is limited. Fifth, safety drills. Treat them seriously. Briefs on life jackets, muster points, and helicopter procedures, if relevant, build confidence and help everyone relax once you're underway. Finally, keep the itinerary flexible. Most first-time charterers don't realise how powerful a good weather window can be. If your schedule allows the captain to choose a departure day inside a favourable window, your crossing will likely be smoother and faster. Every yacht mentioned today is a real vessel available for crude charter, and all prices are plus expenses and subject to change by season and location. If you'd like current availability or a tailored route, whether that's a transatlantic, the Chilean channels, or a South Pacific arc, my team can help you compare the practical differences between platforms and crews and decide what's right for your group. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to plan your charter, visit Elite Rentals using the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more yacht insights.